and even, public transportation systems are more efficient, and we won't use as much gas, and we won't have as much of an emissions problem. Um, so I think we are heading in that direction, and in terms of your question about whether or not this is one of the big problems facing America in the next 20, 50 years, yeah, I think it could be, yeah.
Yeah, so as a visionary, as a good public administrator, I think Obama should start working on this right now, so that before becoming this problem a big one, he should have the medicine for that. One point. And in India, we have better facilities for the public transport. So people, here we will have to change the mentality also, mental setup, mental thinking also. In India, since we have the rail transport is much more better than your country here, because road transport also is better. Road public transport is better in India. Okay, so that way mentally people are using that, because that facility they do have. So if you will start thinking, you will start working, you will start talking constituency building, so that people start at least thinking that it is required, not now, in future. So I think Obama should start doing this, like healthcare, as he took the healthcare. What is the healthcare? In a year and in 2 years, it is not certain when you will get the ill, when you will need the medicine. But in transport case, every day you are going to park, you are going to pay. Evening and morning when you are coming to office, when you are going out of office, every day you are encountering. See the difference with the gravity and frequency in healthcare. Even you may not face a problem within for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years. But in transport, every day in the evening, when people are coming, all people are coming to office, because office time is fixed early in the morning, and after 5 everybody goes. So at least 2 times you are going to face. You will have to be slow in your speed. One point, consumption of cost will be high, because fuel will you will consume more, time will be more, so that is also a cost. And second thing is, what I told ki it will be a big problem. So I think, and every day you are facing, every day in the morning, and parking is a big problem, that I can't agree with you. I have seen everywhere it is too expensive. If you go any city, you will roam half an hour to search out the parking
Well, but
place.
here's the thing. With expensive parking, you're incentivizing use of public transportation.
Yeah. So I think this should be, if public transport will be there, then parking place is not required, because people will come by the public transport, so they need not to park. So that problem will come down. First thing, the emission harming the gases, CO2 and all that gases which are coming out by after consumption, that will come down. So you, that way you are going, that is the green energy what Obama is saying. That is the reducing is also a green energy. Reducing consumption is, in other way we can say the green. So that is, I think, that is my perception, my thought, कि Obama needs the second, as he did all the, he applied all the his energy to get this healthcare law. Likewise, he should devote himself for the transportation policy. What is the reason? Just I am explaining here. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes, no, I agree. I think that, lately there have also been a lot of books written on the importance of infrastructure, which this is all part of, right? Most of the infrastructure in American transportation infrastructure, would be railroads, highways, roads, were built in the 1950s and 60s. And a lot of that infrastructure is decaying. And a lot of people say, well, look at India, look at China. They're building lots of new infrastructure. And in order for the U.S. to remain competitive, it also needs to reinvest in new infrastructure, which would include transportation systems and making everything more efficient, which is, I think, what you're speaking to.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So it doesn't take people as long to get to wherever they need to go, and it's not as expensive at the same time.
Acha, one more point. Before election, I was not knowing who is Obama, but all of a sudden I used to like Hillary also. So I was knowing the Hillary because of her husband. But all of a sudden Obama came, and when I started to know him, then I became a fan of Obama because his management and all. I found he is very intelligent person.
Yeah.
One point. And I read a book, The Change. He has written a book. I read that book twice. So in that book I found he has narrated in that book each and every solution. He knows what is the problem of America involving all walks of life. What is the problem of a mother? What is the problem of a soldier? What is the problem of old age? What is the problem of becoming a fat? He has narrated all the problems which is above the ground and below the sky. Whatever problem is there, he has narrated in that book. And he has given a good solution to that. So after reading that book, I found him that he is really knowing. Because if you are a public administrator, you are a public figure, if you don't know the problem and you don't know the solution, if you will get the seat to do like as he got, you are not having the knowledge, what you will do? So that way I found him very knowledgeable. His knowledge is regarding the problem and solution. Really, I have written a letter from India. I wrote a letter India, and I sent that letter by post as well as by mail. And he is a man who is the powerhouse of knowledge. I have used the word that Mr. Obama is powerhouse of the knowledge. I have quoted that. So that way I found he is really very intelligent, and how to manage the things. He knows how to manage the things, how to connect, how to communicate. Like in internet use, in online activities, I think America is fourth or eighth in the world. Sweden is, I think, number one. US is not number one in use. But he has given an example to whole world, to other nations, that how you can use internet in winning the elections. He opened a new gate, a new field to play with. Because before that, nobody experimented. Even Sweden is having better penetration than US, but they didn't use how to use that in the elections. And he did, so that is a good invention. And if other countries will learn with the Obama, I think it will change the scenario of the whole world. So people, when he got a Nobel Prize, people say, oh, he don't deserve. He deserve, I think. These reasons. He is doing so many things, which is example like internet used in the election government too. He is the first man who used and proved. He is young. Though he is American, but that way he is not a Native American. He is from other countries. And in this age, 45, I think, 45. Obama is 45, I think.
I think a bit older than that, maybe 48,
Or
49.
whatever.
Yeah.
And in this age, he's become the president of US and a black person. So that is the proof that he is all intelligent in all the fields. So I'm a great fan of him. Yes. What is your opinion on this?
I think Obama, complicated. He represented
I'll